Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with another unboxing video, this time with a double feature from Sweden, because a while ago I received like a big parcel you might have seen on Instagram from a promo agency, and in there was like one release of a Scandinavian label that was called Produktion, which have sent me like quite a lot of their latest releases. Great label for like mostly dark ambient and kind of related stuff. And the CD I reviewed, and I will put like the review down in the description box and stuff, or a link to the review. And one of the artists involved in this specific CD wrote me a mail, like an Instagram DM a while ago, Christopher Svensson. He's from Sweden, obviously, and asked, well, I run an own label and I would be interested to send you like some stuff to review. And I was like, okay, go for it, go ahead and stuff. There is like a postal address on my website, use this. And he did, and a while ago there came in 2 envelopes actually from Sweden, and each of these contain one CD, obviously. I love those beautiful stamps on there, and I guess what he did there in this little envelopes, as they are called, is he put in one single CD each to avoid like I don't know, taxes and all kind of stuff, so they are like declared as gifts, which is proper what they are, but they are like press promos and stuff. And yeah, to avoid all those kind of like tax things and import fees and stuff, I guess he put them like separately. And so we gotta like dive into 2 envelopes today of the same artist, coming from me, from Christopher Svensson. And news have it that I'm going to go back to Kiel next Friday on 16th of September again, very spontaneously. So I had to cancel my shift at the record store on 17th because I'm not working a whole day in my day job and then traveling to Kiel and playing there like from 2 a.m. to like open end. Then come back to Hamburg, sleep for 2 hours, and then work in the record store. I've done that before, not with going to Kiel, but with going to Berlin and stuff. But right about now, at age 44, I'm definitely too old for that. So I decided to cancel the shift at the record store. And yeah, what is going to happen is they celebrate the 20th anniversary, the 20th birthday of that club called Schaubude, where I played like 10 days ago, approximately, last weekend. It wasn't that packed because due to things, but now they celebrate the 20th birthday. And one of their DJs kind of bailed out for a reason, or like is ill or whatever, not available to play. So what I'm going to do is play an open end set from 2 a.m. to whenever the club is closing at UK Garage once again. And the lineup of the evening is very interesting because the doors open at like 7:30 p.m. I guess. Then there is 3 or 4 punk bands playing because they also host a lot of concerts there. Then there will be a changeover, and there will be a DJ team that is called Best of Awesome Hits, I guess, BOA, and they play basically all over the place, hits only. And then I'm going to take over with UK Garage, which sounds like an interesting wild combination, not the regular club set you'd expect, and probably not the regular club crowd you'd expect, but I'm very looking forward to that. Could be interesting, and might be a chance to expose like a lot of people that wouldn't be like necessarily going to UK Garage party, to a UK Garage sound actually. So I packed my box already, prepared the box, and we have like, I'm going to play like a lot of like more pop leaning, there's a fly over there that's very irritating, kind of like pop leaning, bootleg leaning stuff. So probably a little more commercial than I would play usually. Oh, the fly has died, probably, I don't know. Very interesting. She's sitting, or it's sitting like at the light over there, and makes weird, doing weird things. It was like stuck on its back for a second, so that was very irritating, kind of. So yeah, I'm gonna play like a more vocal pop leaning UK Garage set for that special occasion, but I'm looking forward to that because it's gonna be packed anyway, so I will see how that goes, and then I go back to that place like in 4 weeks. But now let's dive into the label that is Grüner, which is run by Christopher Svensson, and open one of the little envelopes here, which, well, Doesn't open properly, but now does. So what we got here is a first CD, and let's open the other one as well. So we are like through with that part. And another one. And what we got here is a CD which is packed properly in, oh, I'm gonna need my blade, in shrink wrap. We're gonna remove this of the first CD. And this is an album by Maya Bernardo, actually. A new release on Kutin 4 strings. Releases on September 16th. So actually the day when I'm gonna go to Kiel to play there. So here is the first side of the press sheet, the first page. Oh, they have like extensive press sheet here, a lot of info there, and like a very small note by Christopher here. 4 Strings is a debut solo album of violin player Maya Bernardo. Presents 2 long-form, quiet, contemplative pieces for solo violin. Okay, this is all I need to know right now. Maya Bernardo has been a driving force in the New York City music scene, as it states here. Is born in, no, is not born in 1955, but she tackles like 2 pieces from like different composers. One of them is German, Eva Maria Huben, which sounds like with the OU in the name, in the last name, sounds like she's like more related to the Netherlands kind of. But as German composer, performer and author, has been playing as an organist for more than 30 years, is born in 1955, and the other release, or the other like track composition on here, is actually put together by Christopher Svensson, who is born in 1990 actually, so pretty much young when I look back at my thing. I've been buying my first record in 1990, so that's not that long ago, but actually I'm born in 1978. 78? Yeah, I always mix those numbers up, but it's 78, so yeah, it's like 12 years younger than me, so it's not so young anymore, but still 1990, that was the year I was like buying my first record, and 92 was the year that I went to my first rave, so this seems like a huge difference. But anyway, this is the cover. Maya Bernardo, 2 tracks on there, which come to a total playtime of roughly 49 minutes actually, or 2 compositions, solo violin pieces from 2 different years actually, or they were composed, I guess, in 2 different years, in 2015 and 17. And here is the inside of the CD actually. It's a second release on the Kuyin label, which is run by Christopher Svensson, Kuyin 02. I hope you can read this on the spine. And the second one actually is also packed in shrink wrap, so we're gonna open this up as well before we look into the press release sheet. But there's a name I somehow recognize, but I'm not too sure if I reviewed an album by her or not, or if she was involved into a project I reviewed, because the entire Scandinavian jazz and experimental and classic scene seems to be like a big like intertwination, or it's like, if this is not a word, but I made this up, but it's like a big entanglement of collaborations and connections and stuff, and a lot of musicians sharing projects and coming together in different bands, orchestras, like duos, trios, quartets, and whatever. So this is all like from an outside perspective, if you're not like in there and knowing everybody, it seems like a big mess sometimes. But here is another extended release info with 2 more pages here, which I'm only showing briefly. So yeah, might look like a mess, whatever. So here we go. It's about to be released on October 28th. which is Mats Persson and Christine Scholz. Christine Scholz is the name that sounds familiar to me for a reason, not only because it's probably a German name. Stilla Svava. Forgive me if I'm butchering that. No Swedish here, spoken here actually. Apart from maybe s'mores, probably. So this is two veterans actually, both born in the 1940s. New music pianist Mats Persson and Christine Scholz, both on the new music piano side, probably it's a word. And they are performing two pieces also written by Christopher Svensson, who also is playing an instrument from, oh, I forgot where it's from, but it's the Kacapi, K-A-C-A-P-I. This is like an instrument that is definitely non-European, but it escapes me right now where it is from. Somewhere in my mind it says Africa, but I'm not too sure. But there's two pieces on here, Sommerluft and Kori Kamandungan. Kamandungan, I've heard that word as well. Is two extended pieces. We'll see what this is, and they are split in several movements, which is an interesting concept I've not really learned about, but recognized about like new compositions recently, that there is like tracks, but also that have different, or like tracks, pieces, whatever, and they have different parts, which I of course recognize from classical music kind of, which I'm not like too deep into, but it's always coming from that DJ kind of perspective, another thing to have like a kind of meta title with like 3 pieces or 4 or whatever movements that are all together like one big compositional piece, which is always a thing I try to wrap my head around, to see this as an entire piece of music, even though there might be like a break in between these movements, but not that easy all the time to not see those movements as separate pieces, individual pieces, and not like a part of a whole. But here is the cover actually. This is how it looks from the inside. It's always bigger on the inside, and you know where that quote might come from. And here is the back. Quite a lot of movements in there. So Sommerluft, the first one, actually has like a total runtime of 29 minutes. So 29 minutes, 29 seconds. So it's like quite an extended piece, but broken up in like 6 movements. And the second one, the Kori Kamadungan, played on square piano by Christine Scholz and Mats Persson, is like 13:50. So this is like a relatable runtime kind of. So this is an extended piano thing, and piano and clavichord actually. So I'm gonna review this as well on my website Night-Style-C. Links as always down in the description box to that website, and also to my socials and stuff. And yeah, more news to come, another video to come probably tomorrow, but I've also gotta like restock stuff at the record store, because well, I sold stuff I kind of want to restock, and also got to record a mix once again for a radio show, because I got my like needles and styluses like set properly on my turntables, and yeah, want to play some garage stuff as well. So just as a little like exercise before going to Kiel once again, and also to have like a proper new garage mix for radio purposes, because well, the season on Radio Flouka is about to start on October 6th, and also other radio stations probably dropping the Rave FM thing, because communication is tricky with those guys sometimes, and I don't want to provide mixes and never hear brag, but I'm gonna stay on the radio circuit and like probably stay close to Radio Flouka and to Cutter's Choice Radio in London, which I have sent a mix recently, which they broadcasted on Thursday, which is now up on my Mixcloud. The Mixcloud link is down in the description box as well. But now I'm out because I'm starting to ramble. Bass Junkie out. See you on the next time, in the next one.